At 17, I've learned that blended family is often just a pretty term for a forced erasure of the past. My mother died when I was young, and since my father married Annie when I was 8, my life has been a series of strategic maneuvers to keep me away from my maternal side. My father was clever. He knew that if he cut off my mother's family entirely, they could sue for visitation. Instead, he limited our contact to once or twice a year, just enough to keep them out of a courtroom, but not enough for me to feel their love. In their place, I was forced into the lives of Annie's former in-laws and her extended family. I wasn't even allowed to visit my mother's grave. On Mother's Day, while we were dragged to the headstones of Annie's relatives, I was told the day was for celebrating living mothers like her. Any attempt to visit my mother on my own resulted in swift punishment. I learned to survive through quiet rebellion. I refused to call her anything but my father's wife. I stopped arguing because the "you're not my mother" speech only led to more trouble. Instead, I expressed my truth through omissions. I refused to do a reading at her brother's funeral. I left her and my step-siblings off a digital family tree project for school. I forgot to mention invitations to family events. 11 months ago, realizing the rot in our household, my father and Annie started family therapy. For 8 months, I sat in stony silence. Then, I realized something. The therapist's office was a safe zone. For the first time in nearly a decade, I could speak without being grounded or lectured into submission. I haven't held back. I have used every session to dismantle the happy family facade they tried to build. I told them I hate them. I told them their rules were a joke and that I couldn't care less about Annie's dead relatives. I looked Annie in the eye and told her I never loved her, never appreciated her presence, and do not consider her a positive addition to my life. I made it clear that the moment I move out, I will be at my mother's grave, and I will never spend another holiday with them again. My father and Annie are now furious. They claim I am abusing the therapeutic process because I refuse to work toward a resolution. They want healing, but I just want the truth to be heard. When the therapist asks how we can make things better, I simply say I don't want to. Am I the asshole for using family therapy as a shield to finally say what I want without fear of punishment? They forced me into this family. They forced me into this room. And now they're upset that they don't like the person they've spent 9 years creating.